You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Y&R fans. We know that Jordan Howard is about to be back in Genoa City, and I just wonder if she is going to take someone's life this time around. You know, she tried to kill both of Claire Howard's parents, her grandparents, and her uncle before. Is she going to try again? Hey, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I'm just wondering whether this time Jordan will succeed and maybe take a life. We're going to talk about her plans for a final showdown and who might die by the time she's done. But first, please click subscribe so you don't miss a thing. All right, so February Sweeps starts this Thursday, February 1st, and we already know Jordan Howard's comeback is a big part of Sweeps. Not only did Melody Thomas Scott confirm that they had done more scenes together, hers Nikki, Colleen Zenk as Jordan, but she also mentioned that when Jordan's back, it's terrifying. And we are getting close to seeing those scenes happen. You know, last time around, Jordan was ready and willing to kill all the Newmans for payback. All the ones that she considered Newmans. You know, obviously Adam and Abby don't count, right? And it seemed at the time that Jordan was also happy to let her nephew, Cole Howard, die too. You may recall Claire bashed Cole over the head, and then she handed the Newmans drugged water bottles, and of course she drugged Nikki, hooked her up to a vodka IV. But before all was said and done in Oregon, Claire had changed her tune and gave her family members the antidote to the toxin, and then Jordan ran off and hid behind the heating vent. Really bizarre. Anyway, the next showdown only involved Jordan, Nikki, and Claire. You'll recall the second time she came looking for payback, she drugged Claire and stole her out of the hospital, carted her great niece to an old abandoned fishing cabin, and then lured Nikki Newman there too. Jordan did not plan on Nikki leaving that cabin alive, and she wanted Claire to be the one to kill her grandmother. But in the end, Claire betrayed Jordan again, and then the cops showed up. They got her. So when Jordan's on the loose this week, she is coming for all of them. On Tuesday, that is the 30th, Victor Newman tells Victoria and Nick that he just got terrible news. The jail where Jordan was being held had a fire, and Victoria quickly figures out that either Jordan is dead or she's on the loose and coming for them. But there is no doubt she is most definitely not dead. She is coming for them, just as Adam Newman warned them. Even worse, Victoria shares the news with Cole Howard, and together the two of them decide, nah, we're not going to tell Claire about Jordan. You know, they don't want to upset her and disrupt her progress. Fair enough. But the problem is they're going to make it easier for Jordan to sneak up on Claire because she's not on the lookout, because she doesn't know Jordan is on the loose, so she's not going to have her guard up. And I suspect that Jordan is going to start with Claire because she should be harder to get to, right? The others are on the ranch. They go back and forth to work. Claire's in one spot that could easily be locked down if they go on high alert. So Jordan may get her before they go on high alert. And then she can gather up the other Newmans. You know, we'll see if she includes them all. But even if Jordan only takes one or two of them, you know, Nikki and Victoria, who knows? The rest of them, of course, will come running to save the others. And that includes Cole, Jordan's nephew, the son of her sister, Eve Howard. So here's what I'm wondering. Since it is February Sweeps, and this is Jordan Howard's big finale, her big swan song, is she going to wind up dead? And before she does, if she does, is she going to take a life? Now, of course, we're going to expect Claire to be part of this, and Nikki, of course, because those are the two Jordan came after last time. It seems likely we'll also see Victor, Nick, and Victoria at risk as well. And since it's Sweeps, I'm guessing they may all wind up with their lives on the lines. But it would be a super soapy Sweeps if someone actually dies. We know they're not just going to kill off a name brand Newman, right? So I also doubt that they would kill Claire because she's a name brand Newman now and they just got her back. But there is one person key to this story who's quite disposable that would be a really good victim for Jordan to kill. And To me, it seems kind of random that they brought him back and he's staying around, because they could have done this whole storyline, honestly, without him. But he's also the perfect victim for a little bit of Sweep's murder without affecting the primary characters on the canvas at the CBS soap opera. So, of course, I'm talking about Jordan's nephew, Cole. Yes, I know Cole's staying in Genoa City to get to know his daughter, Claire, see her through this mental health crisis, all that. But he could have been off screen, or they could have not reached him, or they just could have not mentioned him. And, they could have done the little thing and then already sent him back. And we just heard him name drop now and then oh yeah, Claire had a call with him. He had a video call, stuff like that, but no, instead they have him front and center. So that makes him a more possible target for a Sweep's death. Also this, he was once married to Victoria and they had this big romance, but we've not seen anything romantic at all, to me, between him and Victoria since he got back. If he were going to stick around, I'd expect something to be happening already. Just even a little glimmer, a little foundation of a renewed romance, a slight bit of flirting, something. But so far, I've noticed nothing like that, just concerned humans concerned about a child they made together that they thought died. And despite them kind of low-key breaking up, they have Victoria still chatting with Nate Hastings last week. Yeah, Audra's trying to seduce him, but that's not important. Nate doesn't mind sleeping with more than one woman, What's more important to me is Victoria's not heating up with Cole, and she's still got Nate on the back burner. That says to me, Cole's not staying long-term, and Cole is very disposable. Of course, that begs the question of whether he'll leave and go back to England to work at the university there, or if he might die at the hands of his awful aunt. Will he sacrifice himself to save his daughter or his ex-wife Victoria during this big final Jordan showdown? Is Cole Howard going to meet a very dark and final end during February sweeps? I mean, think about it. He's been gone since 1999, so almost 25 years. And if not for Josh Griffith digging up this kid from the past and resurrecting her, we'd never have seen Cole again. So yeah, I absolutely think the head writer might have brought J. Eddie Peck back just long enough to kill Cole off in a really violently spectacular ending to February sweeps this year, especially since the last villain we had, Cameron Kirsten, only killed a cat before he was killed, and everybody else escaped with their lives intact. So in this case, Cole, though, might not be so lucky. Wait to see how it goes, but we might see, one person dead and gone by the end of February, maybe two somebodies, if Jordan Howard and Cole Howard both meet their maker. All right, drop your comments on what you think is going to happen. Definitely click subscribe if you haven't already. And come back soon. I'm here talking Y&R 7 days a week. And as always, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.